Trek Genius full review of Vaulting Ambition, episode 12. There are spoilers, so you're going to get spoilerly alerted right here. That's right. So she injects Lorca with the antidote of the agonizer booths. Can never remember that name. I called it the uncomfortable chamber one time. That's what they are this time because it doesn't really affect him. Stamets is in the Spore drive. He's recovering his consciousness because Tilly put spores in with him last episode to resuscitate him, and it worked. So he's in there talking to himself from the mirror universe, and it feels like the Nexus to me. More about that later. So they're working together to try to both get out of there. They're both stuck in the same way. They're both like in a coma, but evil Stamets is extra evil. And the Spore drive is dying, collapsing. It's going to be non-existent pretty soon. Meanwhile, Empress Giorgio is beating up on Lorca and treating Burnham real good. Burnham, choose one of these guys for your slave, only she doesn't tell him what it's for. More of that later. Lorca is obviously deviant and has other plans. And like my prediction video said, he's from the mirror universe, and it turns out he is. And I knew it. But anyway, back to this story. 3 stories. Those are 2 of them. The other one is Ash Tyler is suffering greatly, screaming, yelling. He's in a lot of pain. Bouncing around from story to story. The Empress is offering Giorgio some delicious delicacy. Here, try it. It's awesome. And she gulps it down and finds out later it's the guy she picked that looks like Saru. Dang. Our Stamets is working with the Mirror Universe Stamets in the Spore Drive / Nexus, trying to figure out how to get out of there. And the Mirror Universe Stamets probably have ulterior motives. And meanwhile, Burnham and the Empress are getting to know each other. She's telling her, "You're my daughter here." And she's like, "Oh, wow, that's weird. I'm not your daughter." And she brings this governor guy in to be in the conversation and whatnot. And Burnham tells her, "Look, I'm from the Mirror Universe, and you were my captain over there. And here's proof. I brought you this gift." And it's her comm badge. And so the Empress goes, "Oh, I've heard of the Mirror Universe, the Federation. I can't stand the Federation. We can't have Federation ideals over here." And she whips out this triangular thing, which is way too advanced for Star Trek, but it was still pretty cool. And she kills all those guys that are standing there. And this other guy, she goes, "Can you keep a secret?" And he's like, "Yes, Empress." And she goes, "Okay, I'm going to give you governorship of Andor. Clean this mess up and don't ever speak to anybody about it." So that's going on. And Ash Tyler is suffering, so Saru goes to L'Rell here, the prisoner, and says, "Can you help him? He's obviously got Klingon human issues." And she goes, "Oh no, that's war, too bad, can't help him." And he's like, "Look, you put him this way and you need to help him. I don't want him to see him suffer. Can you do anything to ease his pain?" I think he says that. And she goes, "Nope, can't do it." And then he beams him in there and she does something. So meanwhile, Stamets and evil Stamets are in the Spore drive and the doctor shows up. That's why I thought it was the Nexus, because he appears, and like we know he's dead, or extremely sleepy, you know, when that guy cracked his neck. But this scene's right here is what made me feel like the Nexus. So he warns him that Stamets is bad, and the Spore drive's collapsing and going to disintegrate. You need to get out of here, and by the way, I'm dead. And it was very touching, I must say. It was the most emotionally touching scene in Star Trek Discovery so far. I could have done without the open mouth kiss, though, to be honest with you. So they do all that, and it was the best scene the Doctor came out in. I don't know if he's going to live anymore. I might have to change my prediction. So the Empress finds out that from the Mirror Universe, tells Burnham, "Yeah, we know about the Terran Empire, the Federation. They suck because they're nice, and we're not nice." Saru beams Ash Tyler, or Tyvok, in there with L'Rell, just to force her to help him, and she does. She gets all emotional and says, "Yes, I can help him, but I need some equipment that doesn't exist in the Star Trek universe." And so they make it so, and it's in there. It's like a brain massager laser thing. I think what she does is she puts the laser on Ash's brain and disconnects Vox's consciousness. So meanwhile, Lorca's being tortured in the agonizing booth, and this dude is like, "You need to tell me what I want to know, and I'm going to force you to apologize for doing my sister and treating her badly." And Lorca's like, "I don't know who you're talking about. I can't remember. There's so many women." Yeah. And he brings one of his crew members there and kills him in a disgusting manner. And Lorca's like, "Wow, well, what else you got? That didn't affect me at all." And he's real upset. Say her name. Say my sister's name. I don't know if that's yet, but it's coming up. So back on the 3 stories, she massages the Vok out of Tyler's brain. Oh my God. He gets less pain though. Okay, so you can see on this diagram the little parts disappear in that brain schematic. And when he dies, Vok dies, she screams. The old Klingon death yell. And that was a throwback to the old days. It's going to be here in a second. So, going to fix up Tyler. Probably kills Vok. But I think Vok's consciousness is going to live on in Tyler's brain. And it's going to be some issues in the future where he influences him to do things. There she's yelling the Klingon death yell. So Vok is dead. Or extremely sleepy like the Doc. Who knows? So Stamets and the Doctor are having their real touching scene right there. And the Doc says, yes, I'm dead. And I'm glad you found out. And, you know, he loves him and all this other stuff. It was nice and not nice at the same time. They show this scene where they're at the mirror. And you wonder if that's the exact same scene they saw themselves in like 4 episodes ago. That's what I thought. So basically, I think that's the Nexus. Could be the Nexus. If the writers have any balls, they'll make that, I just said it 9 times, the Nexus, and bring out Kirk and Picard and anything they want to with the Nexus. In the Nexus, you can just jump out whenever you want to in any point in time. So I don't know if the Doctor's going to live. What do you think? Comment below. I thought this was a really good episode because a lot happened. They divulged a lot of crap. So Stamets wakes up, both of them. And I don't know if they switched bodies. They shook hands in the beginning. They may have switched bodies. It looks like the evil Stamets woke up on our ship. So the good Stamets probably woke up on the evil ship. That's the best I can gather. And at this point, the Empress believes everything Burnham is saying and doesn't want anybody to know about the mirror universe because she's just going to give her the Defiant schematics. The information on the Defiant she's going to give to Burnham, but she wants the information on how the Spore drive works. So the Empress and the evil people might come to the Prime Universe later on in Discovery. Could be. And she tells Burnham Lorca groomed you because he wanted you to be his bitch, basically. And they show a bunch of flashback scenes of everything Lorca said, and it looks that way. And that was surprising to me. Although I did think that when I very first started watching the show, in like the first couple of episodes, oh, he likes her. And it turns out he did like her. He liked her a lot. And Burnham's like, are you crazy? I'm not going to be with Lorca. But probably they're going to have a flashback episode or something where they're together romantically. This could be a complication for Vok's baby, because I made him Starfleet baby daddy. Or it could be a Lorca baby daddy. Starfleet baby daddy Lorca, Starfleet baby daddy Vok. Who knows? But a lot of interesting shit happened in this episode. A lot of good, momentous reveals. That's why I felt like it was the best episode. Like, Despite Yourself surprised me because it was good. Actually a good Star Trek episode. Not the old Star Trek, but, can't be the old Star Trek forever. It's got to be the new Star Trek at some point. By revealing that Lorca is from the Mirror Universe, he was always an a-hole, If they keep going the way they're going with these plots, it's going to be a better Star Trek Discovery. Don't be shocked, Burnham. Yeah, Lorca likes you a lot. I'm Lorca. I'm a badass. That's right. It was a good, solid episode of Star Trek Discovery. I'm going to put up Jonathan Frakes' interview from After Trek probably tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment. Trek Genius, live long and prosper.